Moshe is our fearless leader. He's supposed to bring us into Eretz Yisrael. That was the plan. He took us out of Mitzrayim. He's supposed to bring us into Eretz Yisrael, build the Beis HaMikdash. What happened? This week's Parsha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells us, Moshe Rabbeinu, because you didn't listen to me, and you weren't Mekadesh my shame, you're not going to bring the people into Eretz Yisrael. What happened? The Chet of the Mei Meriva. The water, HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells him, hit the rock, speak to the rock. He hits the rock. So we can't go into Eretz Yisrael. There wasn't a Kiddush Hashem. Let's understand this. First of all, what's the difference how you take water out of a rock? Either way, it's a miracle. So if it came out of a rock because Moshe hit it, or because he spoke to it, it makes a difference. But more, why didn't Moshe listen? Why did he actually? Hashem told them to speak to the rock. So speak. Why do you have to hit the rock to get out water? And more than that, Moshe hit it twice. Once wasn't enough. He had to hit the rock twice. What's the connection between this chait and not going to the land of Israel and going to Eretz Yisrael? So the Nesivos Hashalom, the Heilig Aslanim Rebbe, he takes the following approach. He says, in general, we're always struggling in the balance between emunah and bitachon and hishtadlus. How much effort do you have? How much faith do we have in HaKadosh Baruch Hu that He'll take care of us? And how much effort do we have to put in ourselves? How much hishtadlus is necessary? That's something we struggle on a daily basis in earning a parnasa, raising our family. How much bitachon, how much hishtadlus, what's the balance? And then the Nesivos Hashalom says, you know what? It's actually dependent one on another. Depending on how much bitachon you have, that's how much hishtadlus you have to do. If you don't have too much bitachon, you don't really think HaKadosh Baruch Hu can take care of you, so you got to do more. And if you really believe and you feel in your heart that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will take care of me, then like Chizkiah HaMelech did, he said, I'm going to sleep on my bed and you'll fight the war for me. There's a balance. If we were to relate the concept of speech and the concept of hitting, using an action, in relation to hishtadlus, you would say that if you had to do an act, perform a miracle by speaking as opposed to hitting, that is less hishtadlus. To the extent that maybe dibur, speaking to the rock, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Moshe, speak to the rock, is almost no hishtadlus required. Whereas hitting the rock means more hishtadlus. And the Pasuk tells us in Tehillim, B'tach b'Hashem, v'asei toiv u'shechon oretz. To dwell in the land of Eretz Yisrael takes bitachon. So on the way into Eretz Yisrael, the Jews had to have strong bitachon in HaKadosh Baruch Hu to inherit the land. Moshe, knowing this, he makes a kal v'chomer. He says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you want to teach the Jewish people about bitachon, and therefore you want to perform a miracle for them by bringing water from the rock. If you want to do that, if you want them to have bitachon, we have to see what level they're on. What kind of nes are they roi for? So Moshe says, listen, when the Jews came out of Mitzrayim and I had to get water for them, they were on a really high level. They just experienced Yetzias Mitzrayim. They experienced the Kriyas Yamsuf. They haven't done any chet yet. And still you told me I have to hit the rock. That means I need to do hishtadlus. So certainly now, after 40 years, after the chet of the egel, the chet of the meraglim, it's not enough just to hit this rock. These guys aren't holding anywhere. And therefore Moshe hit the rock twice. So what did he do wrong? It's a powerful message that Nesivos Hashalom tells us. At this juncture, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knew where the Jews were holding. And in spite of all of that, he wanted to show Klal Yisrael his love, that no matter where you're holding, I'll do miracles for you. And Moshe, I want you to speak to the rock to teach them that no matter where you're holding, there's always hope. And that's the message that Moshe Rabbeinu did not give to the Jewish people. And if he wasn't able to give over that lesson of B'tach b'Hashem, no matter what happens, then Shechan ba'aretz, you won't be able to take them into the land of Eretz Yisrael. Because this is a message they need to be inculcated with. And that's got to be clear, says the Nesiv Shalom, not just to the Dar of the Midbar, but to us as well. So there are times when we feel we can't find Emunah, we can't find the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And it's like a cloudy day. You can't find the sun, but we have to know, we have to believe, and we have to feel that it's true that the sun is shining. It's just covered with clouds. And a Jew always has to have that feeling of emunah and betachin that a Kadosh Baruch Hu, no matter where we're holding, and no matter what we've done, HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves us and He cares for us and He wants us to come back to Him. Betach b'Hashem, we should all be zeicha to have that betachin. And in the merit, in the schus of our betachin, we should be zeicha lishkain ba'aretz, that we should dwell in the land, and all those being held captive should be'ezus Hashem come back to us soon.